Hello and welcome to an aside video for the Data Video RMC 260 controller for the ATEM. Here I'm just going to quickly show you how to do a firmware upgrade on the controller box using a Mac. In this case I'm using a MacBook Pro, but any Mac that has a USB port, there's a USB port there, will be fine. And just very quickly I'm just going to show you how to do that, and this also applies to any other of my products that have the Arduinos built into them, which includes the GVG to ATEM controller. I haven't published this in the past, so this is probably going to be new to some people. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to download, if you haven't already, the Arduino IDE software, which is here. Now, if you have a look at the utilities page, there's instructions on how to do all this. That's the utilities page on the RMC to ATEM controller. So what we need to do is you first of all need to go to Arduino.cc, which is a web page, and go to downloads, which will be up here, and that will take you through to this page. And then all you do is click on just download, or if you want to give them some money you can do that. So just download, and when it clicks on that, it will download all the Arduino stuff, which is their software authoring package. You're not actually going to use this, but when you download this, it comes with some utilities that we need, mainly called a program called AVR Dude. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, when you download this, it will go into the download folder down here somewhere. Yeah, so I've got a download folder down here. So once that's downloaded, just install it. Now, once it's installed, just make sure that the actual package, I'll see if I can find it here, is in the what's it called? It's called the applications folder. So I don't know where that is on this thing. Not being a 100% Mac person, I can't remember where all these things are. Let me just type applications, search. So I've actually told it to search for anything that says applications. You see it is there. It is there. Applications folder. I'm just going to double click on that. Now you'll notice that I have already that installed on here somewhere. What's it called? Arduino something, isn't it? Yeah, there it is there. You'll see there's a thing there called Arduino app. Now, we're never going to run that app. You'll see why in a moment. But as I said, it carries some packages that we need. Now, again on the utilities site, there is a download, and I'm just going to look on that on my PC because I've got that open over here. So if you go to the PC, you'll see there's the page. The actual website is www.lefflerpost.com.au/RMC to ATEM/utilities. Now in here you'll see there's a folder called Max Hex Uploader. Download that whole folder onto your desktop, and when you do that, going back to Mac, and focusing please, you'll see on the Mac, okay, that must be focused. I'm going to go, you see I've actually already done that here. Here it is here. You see I've got a little folder here called Hex Uploader. Now I'm just going to double click on that. When I do that, you'll see there's just one program in here called Hex Uploader.app. I'm going to double click on that, and when I do that, it's going to open up this application here. I'll zoom up on this a bit. How do I do that with one finger? Okay, this is me being a little bit ambidextrous. Can I do it this way? Okay, I guess I can't. I'll have to. You'll have to just bear with me while I make sure this is focused. So there you have some windows we need to fill in. I think when you first run it, it'll probably just be on. Yeah, it is on that first run. So we need to set this accordingly. The first one, Arduino type. So we're going to go here. I'm going to go and select Arduino 18 Mega 2560. So we select that. We need to then go down to the serial port and select USB modem. Now that's what the Mac calls the Arduino. When it sees that the Arduino that's inside the controller box plugged in, it sees it as a USB modem, so we just select USB modem. We shouldn't have to change this baud rate, but if it's not on 11520000, make sure it's set onto that, and then once you've done that, you just need to go and select upload a hex file. But before you do that, just make sure that your USB cable is plugged in to your controller, into the RCM to ATM controller. RMC, I'm a bit dyslexic. RMC to 260 controller. USB's plugged into it. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. Just that plugged into it. Nothing else needs to be turned on. But you can do it with everything all running. And then all we have to do now is select upload hex file. That will then open up a Finder window, and then we need to go and navigate to where we have downloaded the update file. Now that update file, again I'll just revert to the utilities window. You'll see there's these folders here, and you see there's the hex file. So you just got to download that from. This will always indicate the firmware version that you're downloading. That's the folder. Then you just download the file and put that on your desktop or somewhere that you know where it is. I've actually got it on a memory stick at the moment, so I've just got a little memory stick hanging out the side here. So now all we have to do is now select that folder, wherever that thing is. Okay, let me just plug it in because I unplugged it and plug it back in again. You can see I was prepared for this video. In you go, come on, there you go. And you'll see up here in a moment, all going well. There it is there. So that's just my memory stick, so that can be anywhere. Now moving my PC mouse isn't doing anything. I've just realised I should be using the mouse on the Mac. So I'm just going to select there. I've actually got it in a folder called RMC. So all we have to do is just select that particular hex file, which I've got it here. There it is there. Just double click on that. And once you do that, you'll see it's now started to do the download automatically. Didn't ask you to confirm. It's writing the data. And now it's going to verify the data. And while it's writing and reading down, this thing's now stopped because it's receiving data. And then when it's finished, it'll just come back and say AVR Dude, which is the program that got downloaded with the Arduino IDE app, has done all its checks and it's fine, and very courteously it says thank you at the end. I like that. And there you go. So now theoretically all this is now running again. I haven't got anything plugged into it, so it's just searching, and that will be now running the new software. If you just need to confirm it, just press the button over here. We'll go into the configuration manager. We're going to scroll all the way down to the end. Scrolling. Incidentally, this knob, well, this is my Albino. This is my Albino box. It's only I make it for doing all my development stuff, and you can see through it. So you can actually see through all the bits and pieces of it. But normally on a, you can see over here, those coloured knobs, the inside white is a smaller diameter than the outside red, and that gives you a mechanical control over the sensitivity of the knob. So who needs software when you can do it with the hardware? So obviously turning the smaller part, you're going to get bigger steps, and turning the outside, you're going to get smaller steps. Anyhow, I peel off there for a moment. So once you get to this menu item, version serial, you can just press it once, and then it will then show you the version number, which should correspond with the actual version number that we selected to download, and you're good to go. And don't forget, when you do download the software updates, read the associated file that will tell you what's been fixed and what's been added and blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you and good night.